Hello friends, welcome to today's Python programming and data science class, and here we will see the second part of data types. In this class we will learn the sequence type. Under the sequence type we will see the string, list and tuple data type, and next one is mapping type. Under this mapping we will see the dictionary, and the last one is set data type. Okay, and we will see all these things in detail in forthcoming slides. First, let us see the string data type that will come under sequence type, right? So string can be defined as a sequence of characters represented in the quotation mark, that is within a single quote or double quote. Okay, a sequence of characters will be there. This is called as string. String is nothing but a sequence of character. Okay, so we can use either single quote or double quote to define a string. Let us see one example, and this is my program. I used Spider for developing this program. This is my program and this is my output. Okay, so in this program I used two variables s1 and s2, and those two are containing some values. The first variable I am using within single quote hello student. So the value hello student is within the single quote. So this value is assigned to S1, and S2 welcome to Python class. Okay, so these two are variables. Now I am going to print these two variables S1 and S2. So S1 value is hello student. This is the first output, and P2 is S2. Welcome to Python class, right? Okay, so we can declare the string variable with the values will be within single quote or within double quote. String is nothing but a sequence of characters. Okay, so this is called as string. S1 and S2 are string data type variables. And let us see the concatenation, that is string concatenation. For concatenating two strings, we can use the plus operator. Okay, the plus symbol used to concatenate two strings. Okay, now I am going to print S1 plus S2. Okay, so what is the output for this? So this is the third one. Hello students, welcome to Python class. Okay, so this is S1 and this is S2. Okay, two strings come one after another. So this is called as concatenation. Okay, combining two strings one after another. For that we are using plus symbol. Plus symbol is for concatenating two strings. And string repetition. Okay, so here we are using the star operator, that is multiplication operator, right? So the multiplication operator used for repetition of the string. So here I am repeating S1 in two times. Okay, which is S1. Hello student is S1. See, this is the fourth one. Hello student, hello student. So this is first time, second time. So hello student is repeated two times. Okay, so the multiplication operator is used for repetition, string repetition, right? And next one, we are going to print a required characters from the given string by using the slice operator. Okay, slice operator is nothing but within the square bracket double quote will be there. Okay, so this is slice operator. So what is the purpose of slice operator? It is used to print the required characters from the given string. Okay, now I am going to print starting from 0 and 5 characters. Okay, from the S1 variable. Okay, what is the value of S1? Value of S1 is hello student, isn't it? So from hello student, which is the starting one, 0. All the values will start from 0. Index is start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so first 5 characters will print. Okay, so this is the fifth one. Hello will be printed here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from 0, 5 characters will print here. And next I am going to print the sixth character of S1. Okay, the sixth character of S1. Which is the sixth character of S1? 0. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So sixth character is S. Okay, so S is printed here. Okay, sixth. So this is how we can use the string data type in our Python programming, right? And this is my string program in Spider software, Spider IDE. Okay, so my program is here in this window, right? And my output is displayed in Python console window. Okay, so this is Python console and this is the variable explorer, right? So in this program I have created two variables s1 and s2 and both are type string. Okay, so string data type. The size of s1 is 15, the value is hello student, and the size of s2 is 24 and the value is welcome to Python class. Okay, so this variable explorer is very much useful to identify the type of a particular variable as well as size and value of the variables also at the current time, right? And now let us see the list data type. This is another data type from sequence type. Okay, this is similar to array from other languages like C and C++. But when come to array, all the data inside the array are similar data type. Similar data type. Okay, but that is all the data items which are stored in the array are only a similar data type. Either it is string or integer, float, anything. Okay, but in this list data type, list can accept different data types. Okay, all the data may be different data type. Okay, the items stored in the list are separated by comma and enclosed within the square bracket. Okay, this is called as square bracket. Here we are using the slice operator for accessing a particular data item in the list, as well as we are using the concatenation operator plus sign and repetition operator star, that is multiplication, which also same in the string data type. Okay, like the string, here also we are using slice operator, concatenation plus operator and repetition multiplication operator, right? Let us see an example for this list data type. Okay, this is the program and this is my output. Okay, I am using Spider IDE for this example program. So here I am having created one list variable with the given values. So for creating a list variable, we have to use the square bracket. Within the square bracket, we can have different data items which are separated by comma. Okay. Okay. So next we need to check the data type of list, isn't it? So here we didn't give any data type. So I need to test which type of this L1 is created. Okay. So the L1 is class list. So this is list data type. And next I am going to print this L1. Okay. So in the L1 I have stored 1 hello Python 2. Okay. So now I am going to print this list. See here 1 hello Python and 2 are listed here. And next I am going to print an item in the list, a particular item. Okay, here the list index will start from 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Okay, now I am going to print the second index item. Which is the second index item? This is 0, 1, 2. So this is the second item, isn't it? So this will print the Python here. And next I am going to print some more items in the list. Okay, so this is starting from 0 and I am going to print 3 items. Starting from 0, this will print 3 items, right? So 1, hello and Python are listed here. Okay, so 1 hello, 1 is 0, hello is first item and Python is the second item. So first 3 items will be displayed here. And next one is string concatenation. String concatenation. Here I am going to print list 1 followed by list 1. Okay, so list 1 will print 2 times. See, hello Python one time, and repeatedly it will print hello Python second time also. Okay, and next one I'm I'm going to use the repetition operator, that is the multiplication operator. Now this list will printed three times repeatedly. Okay, so hello Python will print one time, so this is the second time, and this is the third time. So same list will be printed in three different times. Okay, repeatedly. This is the list data item. And next let us see the tuple data type. This is another important one from the sequence data type. Okay, so tuple is almost like list data type. Okay, the tuple also accept a collection of data items which are separated by comma, and those data items are different data types. Here also a collection of data types will be there, and those data will be separated by comma. The only difference between list and tuple are, here we are using parentheses. In the list we have used this square bracket, isn't it? Here we are using parentheses. But the another very important difference between list and tuple are, tuple accept the read-only data structure. Tuple is a read-only data structure. That means we cannot modify the size and value of the items of tuple. Tuple is read only. Once we define, we cannot change those data items in the tuple. Okay, let us see an example program for this tuple. This is my program, and this is my output. Okay, first I am going to declare a variable of type tuple. Okay, tuple t1 which is equal to, within parentheses I am giving 4 data items which are separated by comma. 1 hello Python 2. Okay, now I am going to check the type of t1. Print of type of t1. Okay, so what is the type of t1? This one. Type of t1 is class tuple. Okay, this is tuple data type. T1 is tuple data type. And second one, I am going to print the T1. That is, I am going to print values in the T1. What are the values are stored in tuple? See here, 1, hello, Python 2. Okay, so the same thing are printed here also. Right? Okay. And next, I am going to use the slicing operator. Slicing operator used to display a particular data items or required items from this tuple, isn't it? So first I am going to print the data items from 1. That means all the index will start from 0, 1, 2, 3, isn't it? All the data items index will start from 0. Now I am going to print all the items from first index. So first index is here. Okay, so what is the output? Let us see. This one, isn't it? So it will omit this one and it will start from second item. Okay, hello Python 2. Right? And next I am going to print the data items starting index starting from 0, and I am going to print only one item. I am going to print only one item. See, this is the output. One alone printed here. See, first item is 1, isn't it? That 1 is printed here. And next I am going to use the plus operator, that is the concatenation operator. Concatenation operator. Okay, print of T1 plus T1. I am going to print this T1 2 times. Okay, so the first T1 is this one and the second T1 is this one. Okay, so the tuple will be concatenated. And the second operator is repetition operator, multiplication operator. Okay, so the multiplication operator is used to repeat the list into the given number of times. Here I am repeating this particular tuple into 3 times. Okay, so the 3 times the same list will be repeated. So this is the first time, this is second time, and this is the third time. 3 times the same tuple will be repeated. And now I try to add a value into the tuple. Okay, because tuple is a read only data structure, Read only data structure. We cannot modify anything in this tuple. Now I am going to add a value. This will throw error. This will throw error. See, error. Tuple object does not support item assignment. Okay, I cannot add any value into the tuple, right? So this is tuple data type. Next one is dictionary data type. This will come under mapping type of Python programming. Okay, so here dictionary is an unordered set of key value pair of items. So this is important here. There is no ordered here. We can store unordered set of key value pair. Here we are having both key and value of the data. Okay, so it is like an associative array or hash table where each key stores a specific value. Each key is having a specific value. Here, key can hold the primitive of data and values is an Python object. So the values are Python object. Okay. Here also the data are separated by comma and all are enclosed with the curly braces. Okay. And let us see one sample program for this dictionary. Okay, this is my program and this is my output. Okay, so I'm going to create a variable for this dictionary data type. D1 contains 1 colon Java, 2 colon Python, 3 colon COBOL and 4 colon Pascal. So those data will be enclosed with the curly braces. So this is called as curly braces. Okay, so all the data is having two values, key and value. Here 1, 2, 3, 4 are keys. Java, Python, COBOL, Pascal are values. So values are nothing but the Python object, isn't it? Okay. So every data is having key value pair. And next we are going to print this D1. Okay, print of D1. So this is the output. Okay, 1 colon Java, 2 colon Python, 3 colon COBOL and 4 colon Pascal. So this is the first output. And next assigning values using keys. Now we are going to assign values using key. Okay, sorry, accessing values. Print first item is, I am going to print the first item, D1 of 1. D1 of 1. Okay, the first item, D1 of 1. This is the key value. 1 is nothing but key value, isn't it? So which is first value Java. Okay, the first name is Java is printed here. Now I am going to print the fourth name, that is D of 4. D of 4. For 4, Pascal is assigned here. So the fourth name is Pascal, that is printed here. Okay, and next I am going to print D1 of keys. How many keys are there in this D1? D1 is dictionary, isn't it? So the dictionary keys of 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are having only 4. Okay, in the dictionary. And next I am going to print only the values. Only the values of D1. Okay, what are the values here? Dictionary of values of Java, Python, COBOL and Pascal. All the 4 values are printed here. Okay, so this is dictionary data type. Dictionary data type, all the data are separated by comma and enclosed with the curly braces. And all the data is having two values. First one is key, second one is value. Okay, key value pairs of data, right? The another important data type is set. Okay, so it is an unordered collection of data types. Unordered collection. Okay, we cannot order the data items in the set. Okay, set is iterable, mutable. Mutable means we can modify after the creation. We can add or remove the data items from the set and unique elements. So set can accept only the unique elements. And the most important thing in the set is order of element is undefined. In the set, we cannot define the order of elements. It may return the changed sequence of elements. Okay, so it will not return the data items when we created, okay, it will not the same order while printing the data items. This is most important one, that is important feature in the set data type. Okay, set is created by using the built-in function set, a sequence of items passed within the curly braces, and the data items will be separated by comma. Okay, and set is also contains various data types of values. Different values are accepted by set also. Okay, let us see one example for this set. And this is my program. And this is the output. Right? Okay, now I am going to create a set. This is the set variable. It accepts different data types and all are enclosed with the curly braces and separated by comma. Separated by comma, right? I'm going to print this set. I'm going to print this set. See, this is the printed one. See the order Python 1003, hello and 30. The order is changed here, isn't it? So the created order is like this, but the printed one is different. And next I'm going to add element into the set. Okay. Set dot add of 10. Set dot add of 10. I'm going to add this particular value in the set. Okay, now after adding I'm going to print this set. See, 10 is added here. 10 is added here in this list. And next I'm going to remove this value 30. 30 is already there in this set. I'm going to remove this 30. Okay, now let us print this set. See, there is no 30 in this list. Okay, okay. Now we can create add item to the set 2. Now I'm going to create set 2 by using the set class. Okay, set 2 which is equal to set 2. Set 2 dot add 20. Set 2 dot add 40. That is, I'm going to add the item 20, add the item 40 and add the item set. Okay, capital SET, and another add item data type. Okay, so these are the 4 items I have added in the set 2. Okay, now I am going to print this set 2. See, now create and add items to set 2. What are the items I have added? 40, set 20, data type. Okay, so the order will be always changed in the set. This is the set 2. Okay. Up to this we have seen the second part of data type. Under this we have seen the sequence type. Under the sequence type we have seen string, list and tuple. And next one is mapping type. Mapping type is dictionary, and the last one is set data type. All these things we have seen with the example and the output. Okay. So in the next class we will see the operators in Python. Thank you.